Hello viewer, hello everyone, hello internet, good morning, good evening, good afternoon from wherever you are watching this vlog. Welcome back to my channel in my continuous series on how to raise day-old chicks with zero mortality and 100% success. This is part of my chicks which are now 2 weeks old. 2 weeks old. We are talking about 15 days old. And you can see they've developed feathers, the secondary feathers, which now calls for change, adaptation of the weather so that you don't give them excess heat, and you must adhere to instructions so that you achieve 100% success with zero mortality. This is part of their 1,000 chicks which were supplied to us 2 weeks ago. And as you can see, we are doing very well. Welcome to 100%. You can see water. We are now replenishing water. There is food, and the reason why we had to place these containers, the feeders, is because now they've learned how to scratch, and this feeder will actually stop them from scratching so that they don't waste on food. That is the essence of a nice feeder which is enclosed, unlike the trays which were there initially when we started this project. Here in this coop we have over 500 chicks which are 15 days old, and as you can see here very well, they've developed the secondary feathers. And what does that call for? When they develop the secondary feathers, you have to limit on the temperatures. The temperatures must now hit something below. At first, when we brought the chicks, the temperatures were supposed to range between 35 to 32. That is now week 1. Week 2, you are supposed to reduce it by 2 degrees Celsius because of the feathers. And as you go on, up to 28 days before you get them out of the coop. So this is the second week. We are now approaching the 3rd week. So the temperatures should now reduce to the range of between 30 and 28 degrees Celsius. You can now see the thermometer here. It's actually on the 29 and a half reading. This is a wall thermometer which you have to place it inside the coop, rather the house where you build the coop, so that it can read room temperatures. Now, besides that, you will also, due to the feeding habits, as you can see, they have now developed in age and body weight. So you increase on the drinkers and equally the feeders. Right now, I'm with my man here, Hilary, who is in charge of this project. Say hi to viewers. Hi. And what he's trying to do right now is to actually give them feed. He's trying to give them now the chick mask so that they continue with the feeding. You can see how healthy they are. They are here feeding. I'm using locally available material. These are sold in Juakali. These are feeders and drinkers which we buy from our local agrovet. And as they approach the 2 weeks period, you have to be very careful for you to achieve 100% success and zero mortality rate like we have. You will need to devise. Initially we are using trays, but as you can now see, we are using an iron sheet feeder because they have now learned how to scratch to reduce on the wastage of food. These are drinkers which we are replenishing right now. The drinkers and on the now Hilary will tell us what he has done for the last 2 weeks. Hilary, my brother, tell us about vaccines. Have you vaccinated these chicks?
Yes, I've vaccinated them with Newcastle and Gumboro.
And Gumboro. You vaccinate them after how long? If they are delivered
weekly.
Weekly.
Yeah.
The first week, Newcastle.
Second week,
Gumboro. And how do you vaccinate them? Is it an injection?
It's an eye drop.
When people hear about a vaccination, they imagine it's an issue. It's through an injection.
No.
How do you?
It's an eye drop.
It's an eye drop.
Eye drop.
So you hold all the 500 plus chicks and place each a drop through the eye. Wow, that must be tedious. What time do you start?
It's around 8:39.
8:39 in the morning. And the exercise can take how long?
Roughly 2.5 hours.
2.5 hours to complete the entire 1,000. These ones together with the other ones in the other coop, yeah?
Yes.
Oh, great. And then why do you still have the charcoal stove at the middle?
Because at least some of them haven't been grown the feathers.
The feathers.
So they need the water.
Adult feathers.
So
they need the warmth. Okay, is it now on?
Yeah,
is it warm?
It's warm right now.
So that is what has propelled you to opening the windows, so that you can cool the temperatures. What happens when you give it excess heat?
They'll run away from the fire.
Yes.
They'll run away. They'll be scattered.
And how about if it's in excess? Can it cause mortality?
Yes, it can.
Oh, okay.
They'll start freezing to death.
Okay. So you have a schedule which
yes, I have a
tells you how to regulate the heat.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So my dear farmer, as you've heard from the caretaker, the man who is in charge of the project, when it comes to temperatures at the coop, you have to regulate them like I earlier narrated to you. There is a schedule which tells you the temperature which is required on week 1 and the temperature which is required on week 2 until 28 days when you remove them from the coop and now leave them on a free roaming area, though you will still need to supply them with warmth until they develop the adult feathers. You can now see each has a jacket of adult feathers, so you minimize on the warmth so that you don't punish them. And now, Hilary, in my previous edition on the initial steps and the continuous process 1 week down the line, the newspapers which were down here, which were covering the soda so that they don't consume, were clean. I can now see they are really pooping and they are dirty. How often do you change them?
After after 2 days.
After 2 days. Because as they grow, the poop increases.
Yes.
And it is not healthy for their development. So viewer, this is it. This is how we do it. Live from Michorani farm, where we are having a chicken project of over 1,000 day-old chicks. Now they are 15 days down the line. And so far, the mortality rate is almost 0. We only lost one, which came out with a disability. It was supplied to us with a disability, and that is the only chick we've lost. Otherwise, for now, the rest are healthy. You can see the movement. You can see they are free. They are not cramming in one area. They are jumping up and down, and the weight is so good. This is roughly, where is the scale? Can we measure this one, Hilary? So that we get to tell the viewers in 2 weeks the anticipated weight. This is roughly quarter a kilo. or is it? Around 200 grams. This is roughly around 80 grams, and I'm advised 80 grams, but we are bringing a weighing scale so that I can confirm to you in 2 weeks the optimal weight which is required for you to get to know that you are feeding your chicks properly, and the progress so far is good. As you can see, this is a cuckoo star feeder, a drinker, and then there's a cuckoo star feeder. The cost notwithstanding, for you to achieve and to succeed, you have to basically spend. This is improved Kienyeji breed, and in particular, which breed is this one, Hilary? Cuckoo chick. Yes. Rainbow Rooster. Yeah, this is Rainbow Rooster, and it's now 15 days. This is basically a progress, part 3 of their development, which I'm bringing you live from our farm here at Michorani Farm, so that you get to see, for those farmers or those potential farmers, you imagine that raising chicks is a difficult task. This is actually to give you confidence and to tell you that it's achievable. You can do it very well if you build on your confidence. It is never difficulty. You can always do it and succeed. So Wanjala, kuja na hiyo tuone kama we can. Oh, here iwezi. I'm actually advised the weight right now is around 80 grams, and that is required as per the schedule. That is the weight they are supposed to achieve. When it comes to feed, how many grams does at 15 days, 2 weeks old, how many grams of feed do you give them?
For them now, in the second week, I'm giving them 15 kilos.
15 kilos.
15 kilos.
Which translates to around 10 grams per chick. Yeah, it's actually supposed to be between 9 and 10 grams per chick per day. It's around 9 to 10 grams per chick per day. So right now we are replenishing the containers. As you can see, the man Hilary there is trying to replenish. He's joined by Wanjala, the man whom they work together on this project. So my fellow viewer, as you continue watching, kindly remember to give me that subscription to continue growing this channel, because farming is the in thing, and I want to encourage you from wherever you are, and more so my fellow Kenyans, to get into farming. Farming is very satisfying. Farming is very good. Farming is a way of supplementing your income, whether you are in a blue collar job or any other kind of job. You can still keep chicks, and eventually, when the time is right, you will smile all the way to the bank, because you will sell them and they'll give you some extra income despite the cost of bringing them to maturity. So mine was actually to show you episode 3, part 3 of the continuous series, and I'll continue showing you the growth of these chicks until they become full chicken. For now, I want you to enjoy. They are now feeding. This is now the advantage of this feeder. You can see there is no waste whatsoever. You can see they are taking the food from in there. So what happens after some time, you just shake so that you change it, and then there they go. There is no waste when they are using this feeder, and with this feeder you avoid the issue of scratching and putting on their food so that they take it clean. So this is the secret behind. You can see there is another one here. You can see there is no waste whatsoever. It's 100% success. So I would prefer this kind of a feeder than the round one here. But I had to buy this one since that other one was out of stock. So this is it will be done in the West really. As you can see, it has compartments in there, and they are only feeding from each compartment, and they are unable to climb on top and start scratching. So that is the advantage we have. The drinker, with the drinker, you must make sure that as you grow these chicks, hygiene is of absolute importance, because a small mistake can bring about coccidiosis and it can bring about mortality. And on my video, I wanted to show you that it is doable. You can actually achieve 100% success with zero mortality. That is the purpose of my video, and it's a continuous series. So kindly keep watching until the day they mature and start laying. I'll continue bringing clips on how to raise day-old chicks to maturity with almost 0% mortality. For now, just enjoy. You can see I have a charcoal stove at the center. In the evening, we'll cover it with this. This is now the cover so that it can distribute the heat equally. We place it on top of the charcoal stove so that it can distribute the heat around equally for the chicks now to warm themselves. But for now, like I am telling you, the most important part of this stage is to make sure that the temperatures are right. We are now at 29. That is now the optimal temperature. And this is now room temperature. I mean, where the coop is placed. This, like I told you, these are just soft boards which you buy and join them together so that you create your very own coop. You don't have to spend so much on creating a coop. Down here there is a lot of sawdust, and then there are newspapers which we covered the sawdust, because when they were young, when they were a day old or 2 days old or 3 days old, the first week, they were not in a position to differentiate between their food and the sawdust. So you must separate the sawdust which you first place on the floor to reduce on, at times floors can be cold. So it is advisable you place newspapers, then you keep changing them oftenly. As you can see, we have some more newspapers here. These ones we lay them later in the day. And we have a very important solution here by the name of disinfectant. And that disinfectant is very important for purposes of the footstep as you enter the chicken coop. This is it. This serves as a disinfectant where you disinfect your shoe sole before you now enter into the coop. So this is what we call proper. This is a proper coop for purposes of rearing your chicks. You can now see them enjoying their meal. After that, there is water here. You can see this one is on top of. They are normally very naughty. This one is on top of the feeder, and the purpose why we covered is because at times they even enter the feeder. If you don't cover the feeder, they will enter from above here, poop on their feed, and which will make it unpleasing to the rest of the chicks. And by so doing, that is an hindrance which you should avoid so that they feed with comfort. So this is what we call proper cooping of chicks so that you attain 100% success in what you are doing, and 0% where possible reduce the risk to almost zero in success of brooding. So for you who is watching and you never had confidence in raising chicks because there is this theory that there is a high mortality rate, please get it from me, the farmer, that this thing is doable. I'll continue bringing you series on how they are developing. This being the third episode, If you never watched the last two, kindly get back and watch them from the start so that you get to see what I presented to you as the day-old chicks are still what I'm holding. And then marvel at the feathers. These are secondary feathers and they are doing very, very well. Look at this. They've developed secondary feathers and this is how good it gets. So with the development of the secondary feathers, you are supposed, these are the secondary feathers I'm talking about, which now increases on their body warmth. And the most important purpose, thing right now, and why I'm bringing you this vlog, is what to do when you get to week 2, or rather over 14 days. You reduce on the heat so that you reduce on the temperature, the room temperature, for them to naturally adapt the environment. Because at the end of 28 days, I'll remove the coop, dismantle the coop, and leave them in this room to roam freely, but of course with regulated temperatures. Fortunately, in our area where I'm shooting this vlog from, which is now Kibwezi, Makueni County, Kenya, East Africa, the temperatures range between, let's say, 25 to around 32 on average day when it's a normal day. So that is what I had for today, my dear viewer. Kindly remember to give me that subscription, like, share, leave any comment on the comment section below. That's an event you want to get in touch with me for more queries or comments, or for an interaction. Feel free to call me through my number, which is 0722 762750. If I may repeat, 0722 762750. Feel free to get in touch with me so that we rear and raise chicken together. For now, let me bid you kwaheri from Michorani Farm. This is your man again, Elder EM, through his channel, which goes by the name It's Me Again. God bless. Bye-bye. Welcome to